So this Sunday finds us
in Robe.
Let's see how we got here. We're finally back on the road. It's been a few weeks of cleaning the house, emptying the house, getting the house settled, and we've finally got all that sorted. We've got a 2.5 week window opportunity here where we can go out and have a bit of a travel before we have to go home and sort the final stuff out before we're on the road full time. So this morning we started in my dad's backyard. Now about 30 years ago I was living in a caravan in my dad's backyard. It feels nice not to be living in my dad's backyard in a caravan. I actually feel like an adult now. So we're at a place called Matoa. It is currently 37 degrees and feels like
37 degrees.
Yeah, we're going to get a nice cool evening of 25 overnight. I think 25 at 6 o'clock in the morning is going to be. One of the things we have to get fixed is the air conditioner in the van, so good times. But we're going to have a look around Matoa, we'll have a look at this park, and we will continue our journeys. And we're staying at the Matoa Caravan Park. Powered and unpowered sites, modern amenities. Not sure about modern amenities, but absolutely clean amenities. And it's a smallish caravan park. It's right beside the footy ground, so there's access to a playground. And here we have Basil, the BT50, just sitting there looking all Basil-y. And our caravan, Sir Gallivant. And he will be doing some gallivanting over the next, hopefully few years, but we'll see. And it's a lake, and we heard it's about 1.8 k's around the lake. We'll do that walk later, but basically this is at the front of our van. There's a few different fish species. I was talking to a fella before, and there's your regular carp and redfin, but mostly carp. And these are the modern amenities. Like I said, they're not exactly modern, but they're very clean and very comfortable. I'm so looking forward to a shower. And we have the camp kitchen. Well, we have an electric barbecue with a bit of a shelter, and the lake. So, Matoa Caravan Park, power and water, $30 a night. Very reasonable. It's a very small caravan park, but at the moment it's also very quiet. There's only 3 other vans here, and apart from it being stinking hot, it is a very nice relaxing place. Well, good morning. We survived. It was one of the most horrendous nights I've had in the van. Now, one of the things we're getting fixed is the air conditioner, and man, we needed it last night. I reckon it got down to 30 degrees.
Yeah, about that.
And it's still a little bit hotter in the van. We had all the windows down, all the shades down, windows open, but because the van park is in town, there was so much light around that we had shadows in the van, so we couldn't lock it up, couldn't sleep in the light. We're next to the Wimmera Highway, so there was a little bit of traffic noise as well. There was no wind until early in the morning, and the wind picked up. But that was a tough night. So we're both fairly knackered today, so it's going to be a fairly easy day. We're going to spend a little bit of time at Matoa, and then we've only got an hour and a half to our next stop, hopefully. Now the lake has a bitumen road all the way around it, so if you didn't want to walk, you don't have to walk. And then this little corner here, we've got a bit of green grass, and we've got 2 barbecues. So, table and chairs. Be a lovely spot to set up and cook lunch or just have a chill. So next to the lake is the swimming pool. Looks like a really good swimming pool. As with all country pools, You need to check when they're open and opening hours. I think this one is, if it gets over 27 degrees, I'll open it up from 4 till 7. And next to the swimming pool, we have this beautiful lawn area once again. There's a playground for the children. Shoulder with a couple of barbecues. A rotunda. If you wanted to do stuff that needed a rotunda, it's got a rotunda. And just past the angling club, we've got another little barbecue, grassed area. And they have a beach. So adjacent to Lake Mama is Rabble Park, R-A-B-L. I assume that's how you pronounce it. I could be totally wrong. But Mama is indigenous for wild duck. And Matoa is home of the lizard. So through the main town there is a few big mosaic lizards. So this Rabble Park, it's got a toilet block, a water fill station, which is always important when you're travelling, keep hydrated. Then we have a undercover barbecued area. Well, it's not barbecued, it's a barbecue area. Beautiful bit of lawn. We have a playground, a pump track for the BMX bikes, and a skate park. So we're going to have a bit of a walk around Rubble Swamp. So this is huge, massive. How big is it, Tanya?
Doesn't tell me.
Oh, cool. Well, this is how long it takes to run the shed. You ready? To run it. What's that?
You're not allowed to run. That
No.
was the first thing on the list.
I was going to run the shed, but apparently the first thing on the list was not to run in the shed. So, basically what happened in the 1930s and 1940s with the war in Europe and the uncertainty, Europe being our major trading partners, stopped buying our wheat because it was too dangerous to get through some areas of sea travel. So they started to stockpile wheat in Australia because they had nowhere to sell it. And this was commissioned and constructed, and man, it is huge. Stick shed at Matoa. It's a shed made of sticks. They're big sticks. There's bloody grouse. It's very humid in here.
It is very good.
It'd be so sticky. How much to get in was it?
$12 each.
$12 each, and I reckon it's worth it. If nothing else, I can always say, yeah, I've been to the stick shed. I've walked the full length of the stick shed, which is 265 metres. Alright. Oh, we're just leaving Matoa. We got an extended checkout, or a late checkout, and we had a bit of a look around the town. You would have seen some of the footage by now. And we were going to go to a free camp at a place called Collins Lake near Eden Hope, but it may not look like it in the background, but it's still fairly warm and it's really windy, and there's a bit of fire danger around today, so there's some total fire ban days in a few places around Victoria. So because we don't know the place, we don't know the roads, we don't know the country, we've decided we're just going to go into the Eden Hope Caravan Park instead of going out into the bush and finding a free camp. So good news is the temperature's down a little bit and there's a breeze. Bad news is temperature's only down a little bit and the breeze is a wind. But we'll set up at Eden Hope and might show you around that place. So this is the Eden Hope Caravan Park. As you can see, there's not many here at the moment. We've just had half a dozen leave. And lovely big grass sites. The amenities box is bloody beautiful. Looks all very new and it's fantastic. So this is the camp kitchen at the Eden Hope Caravan Park. We've got a lovely lounge suite, tally, table tennis table,
Lots of games, a mini foosball.
a couple of set tables, got foosball over there, microwave, oven, fridge, electric barbecues out the front. And this is all very new. All very new, and just lots of things to keep all sorts of brains busy. So yeah, this is spectacular. And the biggest bars of fake flowers I've ever seen in my life. But that's okay. Now, I'm going to try and do this. And go, Tanya. Shot. So, Tanya, what do you think, Camp Kitchen?
Yeah, really clean, neat, lots here. It's good.
Right, so. Oh! So, this is the laundry. And as far as laundries go,
A little bit expensive at $6 a wash.
but this is, if I was going to laundry some clothes, this is a laundry. I would launder stuff up. And then around here, we have Lake Wallace. As you can see, Lake Wallace is a fair way back. If I spin around a bit to the jetty, you'll see how far back the water is. So I think that might be deterring people from coming to the caravan park. But what are your impressions, Tanya? The caravan park?
Well, Scott, it's very good.
Very good. $35 a night with power and water. So that's very good. So we're on a concrete path. It's a 5.5k walk around the lake. We haven't got time for that, so me and Tanya have decided to jog it. So we're going to start jogging now.
You're an idiot. Do you think we're going as fast as what the jog would make it seem?
Alright, that was just me moving the camera fast, trying to make it look like we're jogging. We're going to walk it. Yeah, sorry. So that's the foreshore back to town. As you can see, it's right along the town. Some beautiful grassy spots, heaps of picnic tables. They've filled it up with exercise equipment. So you can always stop and have some exercise. There's a little playground on this particular corner. Exercise equipment. And if the lake was full, it'd be a beautiful spot. Still is a beautiful spot, but if you could swim, it'd be beautiful. And just to demonstrate how high it would be, I'm just going to walk straight under it. So there you go. A not wetty jetty. So there's some beautiful old trees, gnarly old gums. It's a nice shaded track where we are at the moment, but makes me wonder how old these trees were, and if they could talk. Like, geez, tree, I bet you've seen some things. Must have seen some interesting characters in your time. Problem with trees, they're not great conversationalists. This is the Lake Wallace foreshore. As you can see, barbecue area undercover. Lovely big lawn space. Another barbecue cover over there. Then you got some toilet amenities. Down to, looks like the swimming spot where there's a bit of a ramp down to the water, well, where the water would be. And then there's a big new jetty. Long way from the water, but when that was full, this would be a cracking spot to swim. And this is right next door to the caravan park. So there's our little van there. So in summer you could pull up there, wander across here, have a swim. And if you didn't want to swim in a lake, the pool is just next door to the foreshore. So everything you need.
And a short walk up the hill to town.
Short walk up the hill to town. Everything you need, bar water. So Eden Hope is also the birthplace of the Indigenous cricket team that toured England. It's a fascinating story. I won't go through it with you, but if you feel the need to pause, you can have a look at the boards. There's also some personal tragedy with the Indigenous players as well that probably should be recognised. But these small towns, they hold surprises for you. If you stop and look, you're surprised at what you see. And the last thing I should mention is that both at Matoa and at the Eden Hope Caravan Park, because they're pretty light on numbers at the moment, both parks have let us have a late checkout. So when you're only travelling 1 or 2 hours, being able to have a late checkout is a really good bonus. So I appreciate both parks for that. So we got the Robe, and anyone that's been to Robe will understand how windy it can get. So it does make a bit of an impact on our filming, but we're staying at the TSFU Caravan Park, which is right on the foreshore. We're not on the foreshore, we're down the back, one of the terraces. But it's got beautiful big camp kitchen, great amenities, playground for the kid, great laundry, and it is a really good spot to stay. It's $45 a night for where we are, but prices do vary depending on the site and the time of the year. So this is Lake Butler Marina, where the fishing boats come in. Now, back in the olden days, this used to just be a lake. What they'd have to do is, at the end of the season, they'd drag their boats over the sandhill and moor them here for the winter. Now there's a cutway through to the ocean, and this is full of fishing boats and personal use boats. Alright, so we're at the old Robe jail. As you can see, it was a vast piece of land. Now apparently they had to stop using this because prisoners could only be 6 inches tall. Any taller and they'd climb out. Although that may have been a lie, and perhaps with time and deterioration it's just worn down to this.
I know to some it makes no sense, but I'm not living just to pay my debts. I've got nothing against.
Also be wary of unstable cliffs. If you know anyone called Cliff who's acting erratically, just be wary.
Down the endless road, how can we know what tomorrow holds? I know this life gets so heavy, so I'll carry it with you, and I know you'll carry me too, and we'll be home. In Chicago, 'cause here the sunrise view will always be new. Each morning when I wake up with you, someday we'll have our own acre. bed for your tools. But for now there's no rush, 'cause we still got so much left to see. On we go, down the endless.
This is the Caravan Park Beach. It's just on the other side of the breakwater from Town Beach. A couple of brave souls swim. Braver than me. But it's a protected little beach.
And we'll be home wherever we roam.
Now we've got a few more days left to explore Robe, so this is just scratching the surface. So next week we'll look a bit more around Robe and we'll show you the outcomes of some fishing expeditions. And remember, don't count the years.
Make the years count.